Alright, guys, today we're diving into one of the wildest topics in the SML universe. Who are the richest characters in Super Mario Logan? Now, SML has had everything from broke characters begging for McDonald's to billionaires who own entire companies and countries. Some of these rich characters are obvious, and some might actually surprise you. Let's break it down, ranking the wealthiest puppets in the SML world. Let's start with the one everybody thinks of first, Mr. Goodman. Goodman is the definition of rich in the SML universe. He's not just a landlord, he's basically the CEO of everything. Domino's, Walmart, GoFundMe, banks, casinos, even news stations. He brags constantly about being rich as F, and he's not lying. After inheriting trillions from his father, Frank Goodman, and pulling off scams like sleeping on a Walmart floor, Goodman's net worth is skyrocketed. He has yachts, Lamborghinis, mansions, private jets, and of course his iconic tuxedo worth millions. Without question, Goodman is the richest current living character in SML. But is he the richest of all time? Not exactly. We'll get to that. Next, let's talk about Frank Goodman, Mr. Goodman's father. Frank was on another level. He was worth around $2 trillion, making him not only richer than his son, but at one point the richest character in SML history. He built the Goodman empire that James Goodman now runs. Even though Frank is dead, his money didn't just disappear. James Goodman, that is Mr. Goodman, inherited it, which is why Goodman today sits comfortably at the top of the living billionaires list. Now let's move on to King Strongbottom of the Iron Asses of Wales. Yes, Chef Pippi's dad, King Strongbottom, is literally royalty. He lives like an over-the-top medieval king, demanding cheese pizzas without mushrooms and threatening people with beheadings. As king, his wealth isn't exactly tracked in dollars, but he owns castles, treasures, armies, and inherited riches that put him near the very top. While Goodman has corporations, Strongbottom has crowns, kingdoms, and power. He doesn't always flex it in the series, but make no mistake, the king's fortune is massive. One of the most shocking entries is actually Joseph's mom. She went from being a cruel, abusive parent who abandoned Joseph to secretly being one of the wealthiest characters in SML. After winning the lottery for $10 million, she used fake skeletons and lies to escape responsibility, and eventually it was revealed she could shower Joseph with money whenever she wanted. In Joseph the Millionaire, she gave him a mansion, butlers, and unlimited cash. She's not on Goodman's trillionaire level, but she's definitely in the top tier of rich SML characters. Speaking of art and money, let's talk about Jacques Francois. This crazy French painter and Jeffy's biological father made a fortune of bizarre art pieces, from sneezing on a canvas to literally taping his own body parts onto a painting. Jacques became a world-famous artist. His masterpiece, The Sneeze, took him 3 years and sold for millions. In Jeffy's 21st birthday, Prince Abu Dhabi even offered him $1 billion for a single piece of art. That's billionaire territory just from his insane creativity. Sadly, Jacques died in a plane crash after trying to kill Jeffy, but his legacy and wealth remain legendary in SML history. And since we mentioned him, let's move on to Prince Abu Dhabi. He's literally based on Middle Eastern royalty, owning soccer teams, camels, and spending money like it's nothing. He casually offered $1 billion for Jacques' art, which shows just how insanely wealthy he is. He's the kind of character that doesn't even blink when dropping billions, making him one of the richest SML characters without a doubt. Now, here's a fun one. Richard Goodman, Goodman's spoiled son. Richard is basically a miniature version of Goodman, always calling people poor and wiping with $100 bills. He might not technically own the family fortune just yet, but he has unlimited access to it. Whether it's caviar breakfast, diamond toilets, or bribing teachers, Richard lives like one of the richest kids in the world. His fortune technically comes from his dad, but he's still easily in the top tier of SML's wealthy characters. And right behind him is his little brother, Benjamin Goodman. Benjamin is literally a baby, but already richer than entire countries. His crying alone gets him whatever he wants. And being the son of Goodman, he's guaranteed a multi-trillion-dollar inheritance. He's been shown singing about being rich, treating people like servants, and even having a full mustache before kindergarten. While he's young, Benjamin is said to be one of the richest SML characters of the next generation. Another name you might not expect here is Joseph himself. In the controversial video Joseph the Millionaire, it was revealed that Joseph was secretly loaded thanks to his mom. He had a mansion, staff, and huge amounts of money. The only problem? Fans debate up to this date whether that video is canon. If it is, then Joseph deserves a spot on this list as an undercover millionaire. Let's not forget about Ronald McDonald. Yes, the SML version of Ronald isn't just a clown mascot, he's the CEO of McDonald's. That alone puts him in billionaire status. On top of that, Ronald is greedy, violent, and obsessed with money, killing Colonel Sanders just to steal KFC's pizza idea, claiming ownership over the moon, and throwing fits over celebrities he thinks aren't famous enough. He's the fast food tycoon of the SML universe. Another powerhouse is Mickey Mouse. The Disney mascot exists in SML too, and, like in real life, he represents the face of one of the richest corporations in the world. In SML, Mickey is still insanely wealthy, with Disney money backing him up. Whether he's hanging around characters at Disney World or showing off power behind the scenes, Mickey is another billionaire that can't be ignored. And finally, a quick but funny entry: Prince Charles, Goodman's dog. Now, a dog might sound out of place here, but Goodman spoils Prince Charles more than most humans ever dream of. This dog lives in luxury, has diamond collars, rides in private jets, and probably has more money in his doggy trust fund than most SML characters combined. He's a minor character that only appeared in a single video, but he represents just how over the top the Goodman family's wealth really is. So, who's the richest? If we're talking about overall wealth in SML history, the crown goes to Frank Goodman and King Strongbottom, both absurdly powerful and wealthy beyond imagination. If we're talking about current living SML characters, then Mr. Goodman is the undisputed richest with trillions to his name. After him, we have Prince Abu Dhabi, Jacques Francois before he's dead, Joseph's mom, Ronald McDonald, Mickey Mouse, and of course Richard and Benjamin as heirs to the Goodman fortune. At the end of the day, SML might be filled with broke characters like Marvin or Chef PP struggling to survive or pay rent, but the contrast with these ultra-rich characters makes the universe even crazier. Whether it's Goodman showing up at Marvin's door for house payments or Ronald McDonald killing for chicken pizza, SML's richest characters prove that money in this world is just as wild as the comedy itself. And that wraps up our breakdown of the richest SML characters. Which one do you think is the most powerful? Goodman with his trillions, King Strongbottom with his throne, or Ronald McDonald running fast food empires? Let me know what you think, and as always, thanks for watching.